Hi, everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to step into the super warm and wonderful world of cottagecore. If you've ever found yourself daydreaming about a life that's a little more charming and a little closer to nature, then you are definitely in the right place. I mean, who hasn't, right? A life that just feels a little bit slower, a little more magical, and is just full of those small, happy moments. Well, that's exactly the dream we're going to explore today. And you know what? It's way, way easier to find than you might think. So here's the plan for our little journey. First up, we'll get into what cottagecore really is. Then we'll check out some super fun, hands-on things you can do. After that, get ready for a mini art class. And to finish it all off, we'll talk about how you can bring that cozy vibe right into your own room. Sound good? Let's go. Okay, so let's dive right in. You've probably seen all the beautiful pictures online, right? The flowy dresses, the picnics in sunny fields, all the flowers. But what's the feeling behind it all? That's what we're about to break down. Okay, so at its heart, cottagecore is all about this lovely idea of a simpler way of living. It's kind of like a fantasy of escaping our busy, super fast modern world and just retreating to a cute little cottage somewhere surrounded by nature where everything moves at a much gentler pace. So what makes up that feeling? Well, in a world that feels like it's always on, cottagecore is about choosing to slow down. It's about looking up from our phones and just appreciating the world around us. It's that amazing feeling you get when you make something with your own two hands, you know? It's also about caring for the planet and finding real joy in the little things, like the smell of rain or a good cup of tea. It's all about channeling your energy into things that feel both creative and productive. And now for my favorite part. You totally don't need to move to a cottage in the middle of nowhere to get this feeling. Not at all. There are so many easy, wonderful things you can start doing right now to bring a little bit of that cozy life into your everyday. There are just so many options to choose from. You could try baking some muffins or maybe even your own bread. Have you ever thought about trying something like embroidery? Or you could start really small with just one little potted plant to take care of. Or hey, just taking a book to a park is perfect. Even journaling your thoughts at the end of the day is a great way to slow down and connect with yourself. So let's take making jam, for example. I know it sounds kind of complicated, right? But it is surprisingly easy. All you really need is your favorite fruit, a little sugar, and here's a secret tip, green apples. They have this natural stuff in them that helps the jam set perfectly. Just look up a simple recipe online, and before you know it, you'll have your very own delicious homemade jam. How awesome is that? And what's so cool is how all these hobbies can start to connect with each other. Like, if you get into gardening, you could grow your own berries to make that jam, or grow flowers to press for an art project. It just makes everything feel so much more personal and special. All right, it's time. Go grab a piece of paper and literally anything you can draw with, because we're about to have our own little art class. We're just going to create some simple, cozy drawings together. And listen, there is zero pressure here. This is all about having some fun. This quote right here is basically the #1 rule of our art class. You have to set that inner critic aside. Seriously, the goal is not to create some kind of masterpiece. It's just to chill out and enjoy the simple feeling of making something. And you absolutely 100% do not need any fancy art supplies. Just look around. An old pen, some crayons from the back of a drawer, colored pencils, whatever you can find will work just fine. The whole idea is to just use what you've got. So maybe you have a simple pencil, or maybe something a little fancier. It really doesn't make a difference. Every tool just creates a slightly different look, and that's actually part of the fun. The only thing that matters is that you start putting some lines down on that paper. Okay, ready for our first drawing? Let's make a super cozy sweater. Start by drawing a square, but just make the corners all nice and soft and round. Then add 2 tilted rectangles on top for the sleeves. Again, keep those edges soft. You can lightly erase your pencil lines a bit before coloring. And now for the best part, decorating. Add stripes, little hearts, maybe some flowers, whatever makes you happy. Or how about a tiny little cottage? It's just made of simple shapes. Just draw a trapezoid for the roof, sitting right on top of a square for the house. Then add a cute rounded little door and a couple of windows. Color it all in with your favorite cozy colors. Then you can add fun little details, like shingles on the roof or some swirly smoke coming out of the chimney. See? So easy and so cute. You know, the most important step is to just be proud of what you created. You made that. It's a little piece of your imagination right there on the page. You could even pop it in a simple frame to display, which actually is the perfect transition to our next section. So now that we've made some art and talked about some cozy hobbies, let's chat about how to create a space that actually feels like a little cottagecore haven. You can totally transform just one small corner of your room or the entire thing into your own personal cozy space. Okay, here are some super simple ideas to get you started. First off, display your own art. That sweater or house you just drew, put it on your wall. You can also start collecting old glass jars and use them as little vases. Try hanging some flowers or herbs up to dry. It looks so pretty and smells amazing. Check out thrift stores for cute, one-of-a-kind little trinkets. And of course, plants. Lots and lots of plants. And finally, pile on cozy textures with things like knitted blankets and soft pillows. And this right here is one of my all-time favorite tips. You really don't need to go out and buy fancy vases. A simple glass bottle that you've washed out looks so pretty with a few flower stems in it. It's good for the planet, it's simple, and it totally captures that cottagecore spirit of finding beauty in what you already have. And you know, that really gets to the heart of all of this, because beyond the crafts and the decorating, cottagecore is really a mindset. It's about finding happiness in what you have, appreciating the journey more than the final product, and just being a little kinder to the world and to yourself. So that was our little journey into the world of cottagecore. I really hope you're feeling inspired to try something new, whether it's baking, drawing, or just finding a sunny spot to curl up with a book. So I'll leave you with this one question. What cozy thing will you try first? Thanks for hanging out with me today.